This poem is set in the Mapparium in Boston, which is an enormous stained glass globe of the world, and you can walk right into it. And because of the shape of it, it's a whispering gallery. So if you whisper at one end, the person at the other can hear you, but the person in the middle can hear nothing at all. And the poem is called A Report from the Mapparium, Boston. Between the trapeze and your feet, for the sake of argument, we'll write it so. There must have been a space where she was solitary before she dropped. I read once how a woman died in plastic surgery, hankering after the Moor herself. Frightened, perhaps, of solitary, she can't have dreamed how her husband would push the heels of his hands hard against his eyes at night when he was solitary, hoping to catch sight of her moving face he's losing or his eyes to bleed. Whisper at one end, child at the other, hears as if you both were solitary and telling the secretest things. The sound travels up and over. But stand in the middle and you sound surround sound, utterly solitary. 2, the drummer in a band I loved and never knew has died in his sleep at 34 for no one reason. Each of these things is solitary. Well, I'm not gay, but he won me over, he'd sing, and I'd sing along. Now I turn to Jay sometimes and try to breathe. Night with or without him is solitary. Elsewhere I read how Edison would hold a steel ball in either hand as he considered these things. If he fell to sleep, a solitary ball would drop and he'd awake. Whatever came into his mind just then, that was the answer to the question, a kind of solitaire.